All right,
Good
we're
morning.
recording.
Oh, so good morning.
No, recording. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
It's
baby.
5 p.m. where we're
Good
recording.
morning. And the sun is
Good
setting.
morning, loyal fans.
Yeah. Well,
The
Good
sun.
morning.
I think for the
morning.
Thursday campaign I run, people had actually like clamored for me to post the playlist of like the sessions, and like they listened to it.
So everyone says they're gonna watch it until they see the runtime.
You play for how long?
Just one critical
It's me.
role.
I'm people.
Oh, Josh. Alright. How's people's mental to that? Can we do like a recap from last week, or do we need a bit of
Yes, Captain.
assistance?
I could start, but it's kind
Yeah,
of...
go ahead.
Okay, so we all started on the ship with the Coon, and Shepard's like, hey, I'm gonna see the big man. And they're like, okay. Side eye. Immediately gets headbutted. Oh, that's how it is in their culture. Are we fighting? No, it's cool. It's all right. And yeah, we got to see some. We finally realized Shepard's kind of like the runt of the litter. Sorry, Shep. We say that affectionately,
Yeah, that was
but
fun.
he is he
It
is
was
the
written like
shortest guy. And yeah, so basically, mission statement: we are to find a. I don't even know if I could say runaway, because it seems like they were on a mission, and it just so happened that his handler was separated from said mage, and yeah, where the mage is, who knows? But we're gonna find them. We're gonna find it. Whoa, they refer to their mages as it, and we got some more insight on how the Qun cheats their mages and what would technically be the best route. That's what Erland brings up. Like, hey, maybe we should just free the guy. But Shepard did bring up a point of like, no, this person is going to self-destruct.
They simply
If need
aim
be.
end themselves.
Bringing Ride or Die to a new level. And yeah, we ended up departing the ship, but not before, we got a cool backflip from Sarah. Do a flip, because, strong, muscular, warrior, woman-coded person belched fire and was like, oh my god, these guys are so cute. Can I feed them like bread? And Sarah's like,
Please.
on my purpose. Yeah.
We'll do
And then we
tricks
split
for
off
bread.
into two groups. One to scout the city, and the other to investigate where the mage was last sighted. Or seemingly last sighted. I could continue.
If somebody else wants to pick up.
Well, I mean, we didn't do too much after meeting the Kunari. That was a long conversation. But first, after we stopped talking to the Kunari, Shepard and Erland got into a really heated argument there.
Shepard's neck hurt from looking down so much.
Where Erland was extremely pissed off that like Shepard didn't stand up for us, and Shepard was like, "I did, in my
They were
way."
speaking another language at the time, so we couldn't know.
Yeah. And let's see. Then we did some explorating. I only wrote down my half of the exploring, so someone else will have to pick up the other group's half. Ilaria and I believe it was Brandy, right?
Yeah.
Ilaria and Brandy and Asan all decided to go and take a jaunt around the city while Asan was blindly watching through now Rat Siren's eyes. Speaking of which, Rat Siren is very pissed off about it.
We call him Rearing.
Rearing.
No. definitely picked up the scent of a mage near the rightmost circle and the narrow Menian tower, so like and and then we also learned about how the murders are in the northeast third of the city every 3 weeks or so for the past like 6 months.
Yeah.
Total of 8 people, but nothing really in common except for the rough territory. And then we all met back up at the Whammy Tavern as a man got launched out the window.
Male friendships. Heart emoji.
All friendships.
And actually, the other group had a real kicker of a time. Kicker.
Erlen got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he actually got. Well, emotionally, he had the shit kicked out of him. He was being a character.
Out of time.
So, to protect his identity, Indra offered his helmet to Erland. Basically, it was like, y'all are the least stealthy. We got big tall man, human, clunky, shiny, and Sarid, which is
Shepard's
that's
pretty
pretty
good.
self-explanatory.
Honestly, I think the group is pretty good at stealth
They're pretty
without
good at
Indra in it. Like, if Indra were to be taken out, you guys would be great assassins. However, Kava, you're stuck with him.
But
Would
yeah,
require
so
that
they
Sarah
stealth-
turn into a little critter though, because Sarah on her own is
pretty
similarly
stealthy,
not
yeah.
great.
Sarid, when she's not elf, I almost said human, elf Sarid.
No,
is
her
stealthy.
dexterity is pretty good.
Oh.
She has constant disadvantage because of her
Oh,
armor.
right. Yeah, so Sarid and Indra are just kind of clink,
You
clink, clink.
just have to roll good.
Exactly. Just
Skill
roll.
issue, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
If Sarid were in that position, she wouldn't have rolled bad.
Yeah. So to distract the two guards kind of guarding the crime scene, Erlen started stumbling, bumbling, mumbling, you know, causing the guard to go like, "What the fuck is this dwarf doing?" And the group was able to saunter in. And I don't know if I could keep going, but Erland had a really funny moment, so I could let you take that.
Sure, yeah. Erlen was, the mission was simple. We need to buy time for the others to investigate the crime scene. So, put on his best drunkard's impression and caused just a wee bit of property damage by smashing up little crates and random junk with his very potent destructive hammer. And as he gathered their attention and kind of like started to communicate a little bit with the others in code, like, "Hey, you're kind of running out of time here, right?" He pulled on the one gambit to try to just further get the guards to focus on him rather than anything else that might be happening in the vicinity. So put on a classic divorced routine where where he was left by his partner there, and he felt so unwanted and ugly that he picked up and started wearing this dumb looking ass helmet that he found on the street. And with that, he got like half concern and the other half being like, "I don't want to touch this at all," from the guards. But in either case, it was enough to get their attention away from what we needed, as the others got to piece together some details. We had a good bit of divine sense from Indra, further narrowing down the specifics of what could have caused this. And so far, it seems as though that whatever caused this bit of destruction and this bit of trouble didn't cast magic, vanished without a trace outside of the property damage, and it couldn't have truly been a demon. It would have had to been some kind of magical creature that is from this plane, because if it were a demon, it would have left more of a fade-like presence in the air. You'd get like the fade aura in some way, shape, or form. Demons are covered in that. So we've at least narrowed down our suspect list. Afterwards, after getting picked up by a shepherd quite literally and being and leaving the situation with the guards, with the detectives really, They all left, the crew, after each of their halves have done their job. They decided to head to the Whammy, a fun, rough and tumble type of bar in a seedy part of town where we can reconvene. And immediately we saw a guy get knocked out of the place, like literally KO'd, comically thrown out. So this is clearly a fun place.
What the hell did I name it? the whammy or
The
something?
Whammy.
The whammy.
A whammy.
No
That's so
whammies, no
stupid.
Yeah.
whammies, no
What
whammies.
the hell was I
It's
on?
not-
And
whammy.
stop.
I think you were on sleep deprivation at the time.
Look, it's not called that because of all of the bar fights and the violence, okay? It's called that because they have George Michael playing 24/7.
No,
Oh,
actually,
damn it, I was gonna steal that right out
what
of
I'd
your
like to think is
mouth.
that's not the actual name, but anyone you talk to is like, no, that's the Whammy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a different name on the actual
I
tavern.
don't think it would
but
have
someone like
even a name. I
graffitied
think
Whammy.
it just has like I don't know, like a little sign of like a drink being poured, and then people are like, oh yeah, the windows are constantly broken. That's the Whammy, don't you know?
Wham holla.
It's like a bartender there, right? Was feeling a little too confident one night, and it's like, "Hey, check out this new drink I put together. It really has a punch to it. It's got some real whammy." And then everyone decided to make fun of them for the rest of their career.
The Black Blade.
The black blade.
They're like, "This will really knock you on your ass," and then it's like, "This is just a rum and coke."
You see, I put the Coke in first.
Oh,
No, it's actually
Oh, it's
rum
like-
and Pepsi.
It's
Oh,
Coke
no.
and rum.
I will
it's, Coke,
fucking
it's Coke and Pepsi.
it's Coke and Pepsi. It'll put you on your ass.
It's Coke and Pepsi. A
Actually,
vile pile.
Pepsi and milk. I call it Coke.
No, illegal.
You guys enter a low-lit, kind of like packed bar. It is now later evening. The rain is persisting, and like it's very much like an on-again, like off-again rain, where you are kind of just constantly being like pelted and kept on your toes with the weather. There's plenty of people just kind of like standing outside the bar, holding their hood up, waiting for it to subside. And then the interior, no one seems to be paying you much attention, though there are some mean glares and puzzled expressions as you enter with two elves. The taller one doesn't seem to draw, like, any notice. There's a bartender, this kind of like crotchety old woman with like a sagging face and like one eye missing, strong hands, kind of like cleaning a shot glass. Someone comes over, she just instantly smacks something down, and then they throw coins at her. The gentleman leaves. What are you all doing? Where would you like to sit?
Indra has his helmet back. Erlin's not doing the silly disguise anymore.
Well, first, everyone has anyone who's watching Asan at least, or quote unquote Ias, sees a weird moment where he just bends down to a sewer grate and pulls out a rat.
Going to tie a shoe. Discreetly, but not so discreetly.
Discreetly.
Picks up rat.
Classic liberati, am I right? You just hear someone say.
Also, because I know Siren would kill me if I didn't. Just to, a bit of cleaning.
Make an animal handling check.
You're gonna cast magic here, dude?
It's barely anything. I'll whisper it. Animal handling. 12.
12, you do a little prestidigitation on the rat. Siren is still not happy, and it's still just kind of like... You see it, like, look at you, and then, like, throw up all over your hand.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, yep, nope, that's fair, yeah, no, I understood. Okay, let's I'm gonna like essentially tuck him into a coat pocket where it's warm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's shivering.
Now you smell of warm rat.
Give me.
And I'll pull out like a little like a piece of my rations and just like tuck it in there with him.
Hey, Hassan,
Yeah.
make a perception.
Okay.
Somebody gives him the stink eye, like, ew.
There is a cat in the rafters,
Oh.
Me.
just looking down at you, licking its tail.
Mm-hmm.
It's Loki.
Can I move Siren? So you know how like most jackets have like outside pockets and then inside pockets? Can I move him from an outside pocket to an inside pocket?
Sure.
Okay.
You also notice that a few people had noticed your magic usage, but don't seem to care that much.
Dumbass.
You're not really sure if it's because of the bar, if it's because of the area, or the fact that you're like look like a slave. But little bits like that probably aren't gonna be an issue. Though you don't know what's gonna happen if you go to like a nicer place.
Are mage slaves even a thing? I thought we got like the rundown that not so much.
Ren, no.
What did they put?
Ren, no.
Yeah, pull on his pube hair.
Negative inspiration.
Disadvantage rest of the
Sarenwin,
night.
what would you like your last words to be?
Not
Again!
It's funny.
The roof collapses on Saradwin specifically.
Saradwin only.
Bro, she disintegrates.
I don't
The
feel.
file's in the bar, only over Sarah's head, and it's flickering with electricity. I wonder what that could be about.
I don't feel good, Shepard. Ooh, fuck. Okay. Back on track. What are all of you doing?
Let's pick out a spot in the bar, right, to draw less attention to ourselves. Which is to say, like sitting a bit nearby any, say, obviously drunk and or bickering barmates, right? So that any issues are mainly directed at them, telling them to shut
Blame
the
the
hell
noisy
up,
kid.
while we over in the corner 5 feet away are just like doing our own thing.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Let's find a less conspicuous like corner of the bar, right? And preferably, let's say that it's next to a few people that are already like fairly obviously drunk and or bickering amongst
Gotcha,
themselves,
gotcha,
so that
gotcha.
they would take the grand majority of any attention.
Yeah, you guys are good. You find like in a very like skeezy bar and in like, you know, a no good part of town, you're easily able to find a corner to just kind of like huddle down to yourselves. No one comes in to like check on you or anything. Like there's no like server or like barmaid or anything. There just seems to be that one bartender, and then the rest is a free for all.
Customer service.
I'm rating it only 2 stars on Yelp. Right
Rating this-
alongside the slavery.
Rating this place 5 stars because no one fucking bothers
Yeah.
me.
It was the most peaceful dining experience.
Oh god, I had like such a weird Uber experience last night. Anyway,
Oh wait, is it...
yeah. Anyway. We'll talk about
Sorry.
it during break or something. But like, yeah. You guys find your own like little booth, hunker down.
So, what did you all learn?
Indra reiterates the some kind of either magical creature was summoned or appeared or something, but it was like of the material plane, and then it disappeared without like much of a trace and caused a lot of structural damage. Not demonic in nature.
Okay. There was definitely a trace of mages in the sewers, but kind of close to the Narromenian Tower and the circle, and the other circle that's somewhere there.
Okay, are we trying to break into the tower or the circle or?
Great question. I don't know how well that's gonna go. Considering aren't mages like also like the politicians here?
Few of them. I think like the magisters would be like the main guys, and then everything else kind of falls in line below them. Honestly, I might just have to go to a library and do some research on their political system. This shit's fucked.
Would I have more insight on just general hierarchy?
No!
Eh.
You're from a warring nation. I think Ilaria would know propaganda at best.
All the magisters are great big evil guys with horns on their head, not like the Kunari.
Wait, not you, Shepard!
No, you.
So, what's wrong with horns on your head?
Huh?
Huh?
I think more people should have horns on their head. In fact, it's stupid that you guys don't.
How do you headbutt people?
I think I think for like literally everybody, like actually studying the political structure of Tevinter, like is one of the only ways to like figure out what's going on, or talking to like esteemed, politicians, librarians, something like that. But you guys are like very much a fish out of water. You have like no idea what this country is and how it's run. All you know vaguely is slavery, magic, blood.
Slavery's cool, magic's
Yeah.
cool, blood is cool.
Yeah.
Blood is cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all those backwards nations that don't let you keep your blood.
It's
don't
my
need it.
blood. I should be able to use it for whatever I
No!
want.
You get asked with your ID whether you're a blood donor. It's not for any like health reasons. It's for blood magic.
Yeah. Oh,
Are
that'd be
you a
great.
blood donor? Want to make $50?
Not for medicine.
Oh god. Well, that sure is a. We'll talk about it later, but that sure is like a parallel to our current society where you can donate plasma.
Plasma.
Oh, yo, lord.
But you didn't pick up much from the sewers. Not much movement going around, or what?
You guys did figure out like this blue line is kind of like behind it is where the murders occurred. You picked up from like various goings on in the city that there was no discrimination between race, class, gender, age, like political affiliation, anything.
Yeah, there's no similarities to that.
Yeah, it
right?
seemed incredibly incredibly random, but within that zone.
Right, but so far, I mean, presumably, since there is no, like, connecting thread between the people that were killed, is it even safe to assume that it was the same kind of person or group that was responsible? Like, it's not like, was there ever really any note about, like, how the people died being similar?
All
Oh yeah,
in
horribly brutal.
yeah, in a
Like, brutal.
very brutal, like structural damage, like blood splattered, like ground broken way. So you at least know this thing was big.
So,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
so it's not going to be a person that did this.
Well, Shepard, and I'm just throwing this out there. Please don't get mad at me, but would a Cerebus had ever done this?
Can they summon things?
I don't know if there was a thing summoned or if it was, like, no demonic magic happened. It was a creature of this world, but it was magical.
Would I know if they were capable of such a thing?
Give me...
How well educated is a shepherd in your society?
Well, like, what kind
I
of
feel like I would
speed
have a
ranking?
base understanding.
I don't want
I
to say
mean-
history, like...
That's the only other thing I'm going to. Either
Is that not more of an arcana thing? Like, kind of
Holds.
understanding.
Holds. I want to say perception.
I would say perception as well.
Okay.
I'll say perception
Ever
and
seen this
arcana,
happen?
and then you'll get different things from both of them.
You both them?
Have you ever seen it happen?
Okay,
Well,
so you just, as a very observant person, know that based on like how the Cerebus are chained, like they're, either mouths or tongues taken out completely, you know that they have a possibility of doing incredibly violent damage. And like, sure, like mages as a whole can obliterate armies with, a fireball, right? But the Cerebus are trained in such a way that violence is the only thing that they know, to the point of like being a rabid animal. So it's really just up to the handler and the kind of group that they're with to teach them like empathy and morals, or rather than just being a being of mass destruction. So that would be something that you would have to discuss with the Kunari group that is currently here in regards to like how they treated their Cerebus. In regards to Arcana, it is 100% possible they could have caused this. I'm not saying they did, I'm saying that with the type of magic that Cerebus are known to have, and they are quite large, they could have done this.
Would have had to been from this world. I mean, how do we even differentiate? Like
way to
when...
find out whether it was a Cerebus or not.
What?
I have to go talk to my Nari.
I'm not saying it was. I don't want it to be.
There is one on the loose currently.
Is there a difference? Like the bird, right? That thing kind of comes in and out of, wherever the hell.
Siren
Does that give
is
you
a
the same
fade
kind of
spirit.
scent?
Curiosity is a fade spirit inhabiting a real body. How do I say this?
Is it like
There's-
that?
Well, remember those giants that we fought? Obviously, obviously there was, they're a natural occurrence in this world. I'm saying something like that, but infused with magic, essentially. So, could have been a mage, or, I don't know, could have been a thing that, like Ceridwen, transforms into magical things. I'm not saying Ceridwen did this.
Oh, I
Be
wish.
surprised. We've had our eyes on her since the accident.
Am I at the table?
Yeah, we're all at the table.
Yeah, you're all together.
Oh. I don't think I could have summoned something that cool. And evil and destructive and, world ending.
Good catch. Nice save. I'm proud of you for finally learning morals.
So I'm a work in progress. I just killed my mom. Give me a
No, I
break.
know.
Big step.
Brady's just like very like lightly clapping, just like a silent little clap.
My headband is itchy. She's like wearing this bandana like head wrap thing, and she's like, I don't care anymore, and she just like rips it off.
Like her ears just pop out.
Do you know how hard it is to act like
We're in a booth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of shift. Arm on the table, cover.
You're like trying to shroud like Ceridwen's appearance with your 5'2" ass.
She has a cloak, so she's
You put a
Batmaning
curtain
it.
up.
Man, you're shorter than an elf.
You hear a few people go, I've seen that before.
All right, well, let's just try to get some ideas in place as to what to do next. Libraries aren't bad thing. I mean, you can get a lot out of those. If not about this problem, then about some other people of interest. And trying to chase down a couple leads, I mean, we're gonna want to check out the tower and some of the circles. Kind of need a reason to be there, though, don't we? What could we even present to them?
What could we present to a place that wants to control mage's magic?
I don't know how impressive my old potions are gonna be,
Well,
considering what they've got.
we do have that thing in a box. I'm not saying we present it, I'm saying we say we want to meet with a particular person, and we're new and we're just trying to find our footing. 'Cause, you know, the best lies are born out of truth, right? So we present ourselves as, like, I don't know, yeah, merchants. We got this item, we're trying to figure out who best to sell it to. Could start with the circle, and then just while we're trying to figure out how to get to what's that guy that you said we have to meet with?
Sinus?
That's an infection.
Celis. Celis.
Gesundheit.
Celis. Yeah, we say
That's
we're maybe
one
trying
way
to
to
look
get his
for.
attention.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying we could do that while also, you know, investigate the circle in a more discreet way. Some of us are good at talking, not sneaking, okay?
Don't need to tell me twice. Alright, so
The person who's good at sneaking, not talking. Elaria, best of both worlds.
Skill issue.
main thing is we're gonna have to be careful with how we actually sneak around and gather things. I mean, it's a circle. It's all magic. If we try to do any like magic-y forms of spying around, they're gonna know how to sniff that out, aren't they?
So why don't we do it the old-fashioned way?
Doing without magic,
What's an
just
old-fashioned way to
some
you,
classic
Brandy?
spying.
Using our eyes?
Our eyes
Elaborate.
and our wit.
Like, actually physically looking around? Like, snooping?
Yeah, the issue would be, why are we going to that location?
Oh! Okay. That part I didn't figure out.
Andrew just goes to the bar and orders you a cup of milk.
Oh, thank you.
You know. All right. No, hold on.
Not
I have an idea. I got something recently, a recipe, and I figured it might come in handy in a dicey situation. This might be one of those. Let's say we get in, right? Let's say we're, all of us, the group, is let in. And it'll be tight. You get maybe half hour's worth at best, but it can make you look not like you. Like just about anything from what I've read. Man, like some kind of weird mirage over you. Let's say that if we all get in, right, one of us can kind of slip away from the group, take the potion, and blend in with one of the other people that are meant to be there. Look around, sort of piece together where they might be hiding people of interest. I doubt they'd keep someone like the mage. I doubt they'd keep them anywhere obvious.
Maybe underground?
Mhm.
Would this city have catacombs? Or dungeons?
They got sewers, right? That's what y'all were looking through. With,
You see like a sparkle in Indra's eyes, and he's like, "Should I find a city map of the sewers?"
that would help if they have one.
For work, obviously.
Everything's for work. We don't exactly have leisure time.
You don't.
No, never.
Ouch.
I can also, like, ask around. I mean, we're in a good place to try to pick up on rumors and point us in other directions. I can make a little message. I just need to know what to ask them. Like, if there's been a lot of movement through the sewers lately, or I don't know, something like that.
Is
We have
that...
a lot of.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Is this for the Cerebus or for something else, Erland?
Could be for anything.
That didn't answer the question.
I'm saying we should very clearly establish where we're looking for.
Okay. Let's say, is there a lot of movement through the sewers for mage circle purposes? Are they hiding anybody? Because this would be someone they probably want to hide. Getting a hold of specifics is never easy or cheap, but this could be a place to start. Does that sound fine? We're looking to see if any of the circles are doing business, hiding people, moving them through the sewers. That at least gets one of our possible avenues, checked on, while we try to see what we can figure out topside with the actual buildings themselves.
Alright, so we got somebody asking about the sewers. We got... How many people are going to the circle?
Honestly, I think Arya here should be the one to take the potion, but I still would need time to put it together.
This is an Annika question. Or, I don't know.
Okay.
Are potions technically magic? Would Indra,
Yeah?
Are you asking if they would show up on Detect Magic?
Yeah. Or is this more of like
It would give the
disguise kit, I don't know.
effect of an alter self spell. Just
Yes,
without the-
potions are deemed magical. As such, they count as magical objects and will appear in Detect Magic.
Ouch. Okay.
Indra says that.
I feel like
rattling
I feel
off
like
his head.
there's like a little booklet.
Actually.
Yeah, so in regards to
Indra's
this
start
specific
clippy.
potion, it would, because it has
The
an
effective
associated an associated school of magic with it. If it
This
doesn't
wouldn't be the same as casting the spell.
it would not, and there are some potions I don't know, healing potions or something that don't have a specifically magical effect, resembling a spell or a school tied to it, that would show up, but I can't give you that list right now.
I got a list of potions.
They may
Most of
count
them
as-
don't specific.
Also remember, you cannot counterspell a potion.
Counter
Yes.
potion. I just fucking thwack it out of your
Counters-
hands.
Yeah, you
Counterspell
just
this
shoot it out of your
throws
hands.
Molotov.
All I'm saying is it might make for a better disguise than what, you could put together in a bathroom in 10 minutes.
We don't. I mean, we have longer than 10 minutes. We don't have to do it today.
Yeah,
fact,
and we
it's
still
getting pretty
gotta
dark.
get set up. Still gotta get set up with the guild tomorrow. So we have a good, alibi.
Merchants Guild, right? Shit. There's a lot of things to do.
Yeah. We get ourselves set up first, right? And I can get to work on any potions, any things that we need for the kind of plans that we got. Want to ask around, want to look in any big libraries or places where we can get, some good learning done. Found out about a couple people of interest. Found out about any creatures around these parts that could have done this. I mean, we're not going to assume that the mage did this, but it's an option. You, big man, can go back and talk to your folks, see, just exactly what this mage is capable of. If this looks like a kind of attack that they could do, or even why they care to slaughter people indiscriminately around here. And I can ask to see if there's anything going on in the sewers that we can be privy to. Really, bartenders are a great source of contact pretty much anywhere you go. Just give me something to write with and I'll, do a classic, Ari, remember the old napkin that's, shoot, what are they called? Like one of them coasters, one of them cozies, that kind of soaks up the...
So you don't
leave
like rings
have
on your mahogany.
Exactly, yeah. The old trick with that and using it as like a little messaging back and forth thing. That's what I'm thinking. I could probably just do that.
What the fuck are both of you talking about?
It's a discreet
Brandy has
way
never been in a bar.
It's a discreet way to translate information without any real words being spoken. You ask for a drink, maybe you slide a couple coins underneath the napkin. Simple.
All right. Out of character. Who is doing what, where, when? So
It's Shep is going to go back to the base.
okay.
Like
so
right now?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, when do you guys want to do everything? Because that's a long list.
Yeah.
And it's
Erlen could like try to figure out stuff about the sewers like right now because
Right.
they're
I
in the
thought we
bar.
were doing
This is
stuff
the place.
tomorrow.
Well, we want to get set up at the guild tomorrow so that we have a good alibi and that we're like, selling the whole act that we're putting on, that we're like a traveling merchants guild. So we could set that up in the morning.
So this is where like DMPCs kind of come in handy, because like if you guys don't want to go to the Merchants Guild and do bureaucratic work, you can just send Indra and Brandy there, and they can handle that off screen.
Precisely.
You guys wanted information from the library. If people actually want to go to a library and like find information out about Tevinter, feel free to shout out who wants to do that. You guys wanted to get information from the Kunari. Shepard wants to go there. If anybody else wants to go with him, that would probably be a tomorrow thing. You guys wanted to get information about the sewers. You could probably do that right now, but there's also like dock workers outside. And then there is the question of where you all are sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Did this place have sleeping accommodations?
Nope.
No, we were pointing towards an abandoned building.
Yes, there's an abandoned
Probably
building.
just have to clear it out.
You could always sleep in the sewers. If you I think Erland and Ilaria would know that there are sleeping accommodations in a merchant's guild if you get registered with it. So, but it probably won't be like as
Discreet,
yeah.
Discreet. This would be the most discreet place to sleep, like around these parts, though we may just have to like put in a little extra effort here and there to like bathe or pretty ourselves up when we do actually play as the merchants.
You don't have to have like one or the other. Like you could just like main base of operations in an abandoned building, and then every once in a while you go over to the Merchants Guild, bathe.
Because we don't want to parasite ourselves, like the nose knows. We can't just go around acting like we're hot shit and then smell like we sleep in a dumpster.
You don't want to act like hot shit while smelling like hot shit.
Exactly.
Yep.
I didn't expect a Parasite reference in this session today. I'm gonna be real. That blindsided me a little bit.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Right, so tonight, let's get that out of the way first. Erland wants to get information. Does Shepard want to go to the Kunari now?
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to. Like, you can go whenever you want.
Or maybe we'll go in the morning then.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
like,
like, I'm eating.
I'm just asking so like my DM brain knows what to like do in order. What is everybody else doing? Are you going to check out like the abandoned building to set up a base? Are you doing something else? Getting information, running around town, sewers, what?
So I think right now, because Hassan literally has no ability to like
Get this man a library.
yeah, well, that's problem. I probably can't even get to a library. So I think right now my big thing is I have Siren, who is just an animal I can send out and scout.
Indra could go with you to the library.
He's your chaperone.
Shepherd.
Like, he definitely
a
wants to
date.
go.
Or bring Shepherd with you.
All
Have a
right,
chaperone.
all right, yes, we can go to the library then. I'll just need to
Aw.
look like an assistant.
I think you do well at that, yeah.
All right, all right.
Okay, so
Alright.
Indra and Hassan are going to a library right now.
In the middle of the night, are they still open? Like 24 hours?
It's about I mean, it's not the middle of the night. It's about like 9 p.m. now, so you guys could go and look.
Ooh, city
We can
taxes.
certainly try.
You can certainly
find
try.
out.
No, the
I'll leave
mercerisms.
I'll leave them with a few specific notes to look up if they run into anything, right? It'll be the name Synesia Celis, right? And then it'll also be the name Dr. Priscilla Lucan. Just writing those down, so that those two, if they can come up with any info on those two, important figures of the Tevinter Magocracy or whatever, right? We'll know.
Okay, so they're looking at that, plus maybe some stuff about Tevinter, sewer
Yeah.
map maybe.
As more specifics, like that idea of a naturally magic creature that would be native to these lands, something that could theoretically like get into a city and cause a lot of trouble. Like if they got any like, you know, if they got any freaking manticores sneaking around, I don't know.
Mhm. Just in the city.
Yeah, just like
There's a
any
manticore
weird ass.
loose in Tevinter.
Exactly. Like if there's, you know,
Somebody's pet.
beings of this plane that are clearly magical that could cause this kind of trouble. Because we don't want to immediately profile the mage as having done all this, but it's possible.
So, Hassan and Indra are going to a library. Erland wants to get information around either this pub or like the surrounding area. Ilaria, Saradwin, Shepherd, Brandy. What are you all doing? You don't have to stick together. I just want to get a sense of where people are going.
We do have to establish that base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I would go, like, try to clear out wherever we're gonna stay.
Okay.
For the evening.
I am gonna go provide backup for Erland.
You're gonna stand there and look intimidating.
Baron.
There's okay. Question. This is Annika question. Is the abandoned workshop visible from the Kunari base? Like, if I have Ilaria go, not necessarily shopping.
You'll find out when you get there.
Okay. Oh wait, I have the earring.
Yes.
Hey guys.
We
Marco.
also have the lesser used inter-party sending stones.
Yes,
Yep.
you do.
You have
Let me
that.
get the ranges for those really quick.
The sending stones are like anywhere on the plane, right?
Right. But the earrings, it's I think
I believe that was
500
500. Yeah.
meters or yards.
I think
I thought
we
it was
said-
feet.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
feet?
thought it
I've
was
never heard
feet.
us say the word meter in this entire campaign.
Sorry,
The
I'm
fuck is a
European.
meter?
You've been in the U.S. for how long,
I
buddy?
don't want to think about it.
You still do
That's
things
The
in
range of
Celsius.
500 feet towards others with the earring. That's what I have written down for message earring. in
I'm
my
sorry. Celsius tells you when it's fucking
Earrings.
freezing.
Earrings.
It tells the water.
No, it tells you when it's snowing. That's exactly what you need to know. And then 30 is hot. That's it. You don't need to think about anything else.
You're damn right 30 is hot. That's why I made Erland.
Do you want me to stab him or do you want to do it?
No, I want to give him inspiration.
Fuck. All right, take your fucking inspiration. You little
30
shit.
and flirty.
Need to
No.
I'll be
500 feet.
back.
God, now I have to think about like how far 500 feet would be.
Yeah,
Like
I have to
100.
measure.
That's like 100 of us, you know. Well, not me specifically,
Oh
but
my
like
God.
one of you guys, you know. 5 feet, 100 of them. That's like 10 blocks, maybe.
New York blocks.
New York blocks.
Maybe people are saying 2 blocks. But this is a smaller city compared to like, you know, modern ones, and the blocks would probably be smaller. So I'd say yeah, like 8 or 10. So let's see, 500 feet would maybe cover that kind of.
Wait, we could get the whole city with this.
No, shut the
like
fuck up.
depending. Exactly.
So like a neighborhood.
Considering
Yeah,
the
about a
spacing.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Considering the spacing of each of the little like labels on the map,
Yeah.
we could probably reach in between any one label, but not further than that.
I'd say
any
like
2
10
labels.
feet. I'd say like we can say 10 feet on this map would
On the
be
map.
like
That
about
makes sense.
yeah. We can always like, you know, be a little bit
Finagle it.
yeah, if it's like a point
round
off,
up.
but yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
damn.
We round
we're
up.
good.
All right. Well, if you get attacked at the most recent murder site,
Good luck.
you'll have to run a bit before you can contact us.
Mayday,
Yeah.
mayday.
By the way, can you guys like type on this map and like add labels and stuff?
No, not as far as I can tell.
Can you draw?
Let me see if I can put text. I might be able to.
I put a hello.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah, and then if you want it to stick out, draw like a thing over it, and then select that, and then right click, and then click to the back, and then it'll be behind the text, so it's more visible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, feel free to label whatever the hell you want, as long as it's, you know, for the campaign, and don't just write random shit, because it's gonna get credited really quick. But yeah, you know, it's a mystery. We want you guys to have as many tools at your disposal as possible. This map is here for you guys to like. I saw that.
I couldn't figure out how to make it like stand out. It was like not letting me like put the little like
Draw. Okay.
the borders.
Draw.
We'll do this.
Okay.
We'll do this later. We'll do this later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So, Asan, Indra, Library, Erland, Brandy, gather information in the surrounding area. Ilaria, Sarah, Shepard going to the base? Possible base? Abandoned building?
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. The other 2 are muted.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, you get in the base. Which squad thinks that they're at the highest bit of danger? Because they should probably get the sending stone. Probably not the library. Probably not Shepard.
I was gonna say library.
Maybe library, because like that's like the most uncharted territory.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and then maybe give the other one to the larger group. Or I mean, up to you guys.
No, that makes sense. So one hand for the library, because like that's the most uncharted territory, and any info that they come up with might help us in the other parts of the investigation, right? And we lead the second half with like.
With the people going to the abandoned workshop, because then, like, you guys aren't far from each other, but the library would be like somewhere over here.
Way off.
Yeah.
Be gone.
Yeah, in the
the
nicer
tower.
part of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we gotta like check out the abandoned house to kind of like clear it out, make sure that we're okay to sleep there for tonight. That's kind of like the idea there. And then, you know, once Brandy and I are done kind of info gathering what we can here, we can go meet up with, you know, whoever's going to the workshop. Yeah, plan? Yeah.
Yep.
Plan.
All good.
Okay. So, question about this particular bar. They don't have like drinks or anything like listed anywhere. There's no like prices for things.
It seems to be the most you can get is just some like really dry wine. Yeah.
Okay, what can I get that doesn't make me look like a narc? 'Cause I think dry wine would not help.
It's the Byzantine Empire. What do you want?
Byzantine Empire. Yeah, is there like some there's probably like some piss beer, or, you know, some.
There's some piss beer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. Erlin's had a Pats before.
Oh, there's something called an Uzo.
Uzu?
Ouzo.
Oh, it's Greek.
Yeah.
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 Uzu.
It's like their tequila.
Okay, yeah, you can order that.
Okay. How much would you presume that would be?
I don't fucking care.
Okay, because let's say, because
Throw
no
down
matter
some
what,
copper.
Erlin's overpaying. Yeah, no matter what it is, Erland is overpaying for it. All right, what he's gonna do, right? So first off, he's gonna grab like a little writing utensil from one of the nerds of the group, so probably Indra, and he's
Ow.
gonna,
I'm surprised it wasn't Asan.
yeah, well, he's the one who's been like scribbling on the map all day, so he's gonna grab a little writing utensil, right? And he's gonna have his own little like little notebook from one of his kits, right? Where he like keeps his little notes of different recipes and things. And he's gonna like sit at the bar, right? And kind of like scribble on it like he's got like some work to do and some bookkeeping to do. And he's gonna ask for an uzu, right? And then he will hope to be given a cup with a little napkin on it, or if there even if there isn't one, like he'll have a little napkin on the table for the cup to be put on, right? That sound cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he'll ask for that uzu, right?
You get one
And-
wordlessly.
Wordlessly, perfect. So yeah, he'll have the drink on there, and basically what he's gonna do is he's gonna be writing on his notes, but his notebook is very close. It's like touching the little napkin, and there's a part where he kind of writes off of the page itself and starts scribbling a little bit onto the napkin inconspicuously. He'll take a drink. As he does, flips the napkin over, and he's going to pay overpay,
Mhm.
for the yuzu, and whatever it would normally cost, he's gonna chip in 5 gold.
Okay.
It's gonna be 2, 3, 6, 5 gold. Also, just underneath the napkin, not make it incredibly obvious that like there's some glittering gold. This guy's got some money, right? That
Mhm.
kind of thing. So he's gonna slide it over as he like takes a swig.
I'm not
And,
requiring a roll for this one. Josh illustrated like a fucking like spy network. Right?
It's so cool.
No, you're good.
So,
If
yeah.
only we didn't already have inspiration.
what is written on the napkin?
So I would say, because yeah, as we illustrated it, right? We were looking to hear if I'm gonna like also kind of like write this down, so I also have like my thoughts in order. But yeah, if the circles are moving any mages through the sewers, and he's gonna kind of keep this in classic kind of thieves' cant fashion, where he kind of talks about things without talking about things. So it's mainly just like asking if any like strange rats have been spotted around in the sewers, which is just like strange rats with coughing fits and things like that, right?
Mhm.
The idea that if any so it's being asked. Would be willing to get in contact with anyone who knows info, right?
Mhm.
On any mages moving through the sewers. Let's say that.
Okay. Are you coming off as someone who is interested in a more nefarious side of like looking for mages and like sewer exploration and like the people that would organize that, or are you coming off as someone who is like worried and looking for someone? There's no wrong answer, it's just gonna lead you to like different paths.
I would say, considering the people here don't seem to give much of a shit about mages one way or another, let's try to play the altruism angle and say that this is coming off more about more as if I'm finding someone I know.
Okay.
Well, actually, because let me think. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I'll be fleeced one way or another.
You're
Probably.
If
I play this right, maybe
give
not.
me either a deception or persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Let me can work with this. Let's try to decept. Hiya.
15.
15.
You see this old woman probably has lived like 70 years at this point, which is impressive for a place like this. Eye missing, the other one just kind of like squinting, moves the napkin below the table and kind of gives you this very pitiful look, and just kind of like nods along, and just gives you like another shot for free. We get a lot of ramblings around in this city. Most bodies move through the Thieves Guild. Is that something you're interested in?
He's gonna like nod wordlessly as he scribbles on his little notepad.
Because the consortium is not to be fucked with.
He's gonna like take a shot. Not looking to ruffle any feathers. Just
You seem like someone who knows shit. They're looking for information. They're scared. And she kind of like eyes the group that you came in with. They want answers about his people. Here, the Thieves Guild doesn't work with money, they work with information. If you can give them that, you have an in. Moving bodies is what they do. If you're talking about a mage, probably them. But if this was an issue, that's government shit. I'd say goodbye to your friend.
he'll kind of nod. They want to know more about the tall folk, you say?
They want to know why they're here, why they're in their city. And they want to know what the fuck is happening with the murders. No human could have caused that. No elf either.
Well, fine.
They're wondering if they should blame the tall folk. They're getting close to it.
We'll think for a second. Right.
You're a dwarf, right?
Mm-hmm.
She looks at your mark on the face.
It's not there anymore. It's been covered
right.
up.
Yep. never mind.
Haha.
You ever been a part of the Carta?
I've had friends that are down on their luck, yeah.
They do dealings in this city too.
Kind of tenses up.
Best place to look for them would be the embassy. A lot of your folk around there.
Don't think they'd be in the business of carrying around a mage.
Who knows? A lot of money and stolen mages.
Ain't that the truth? I'll think for a second, right? This does help out. Josh says to himself. This does help out. We have a couple angles to work here. He'll ask one more thing. You don't suppose the people around here might have caught sight of what happened the other day. And you know, like this, like, I guess what they would have is like block names around here. So it's like if it's like between 4th and Center, you know, it's like
Yeah.
you know the place that we investigated just a bit ago.
Yeah. She kind of nods, goes, probably. You might have some more luck on the docks. Those people left the dock. Or you find a bum sleeping on the street. No one really cares where it happens, or if anybody gets hurt in the middle of it.
Thanks for the chat.
Do not thank me. I just work the bar. Make an insight check.
I will. Is this perchance an insight check against lying? Do I suspect that this person has grander significance than a typical bartender?
No, the opposite.
The opposite. They have less significance than a typical bartender. They aren't even the person that was supposed to be on shift.
It's a random woman. She just walked
Covered.
in.
You just
They
walked
don't
in,
work
no
here.
one questioned.
They don't work here.
No one questioned her. So yeah, for the sake of my magic item that would inflict advantage or not advantage, do I suspect, like, is this a check that would be against lying?
No.
Okay, regular styles.
It's more
insight.
so just like aura, I guess.
The aura.
Yeah.
What is your deal, Chuck?
She's telling you in that, like, she's a regular bartender, that she wants no part of this. She doesn't want to know anything. She doesn't want to hear anything. She's trying to do, like, a good deed in, like, the smallest increment that she can, because she feels kind of fucking sorry for you, and you did pay well. But she doesn't want, like, any of this sniffing around. And when she told you you might have better luck at the docks, that was kind of her telling her, get the fuck out,
Get out.
before,
Yeah.
like, other people start noticing.
All right. Yeah, they do not want the smoke or the attention, which is
No.
more. Yeah, that is more or less what Erland expects from a lot of the folks just trying to make a living. So he'll he'll get up, kind of like he'll with the little napkin, you know, like that, with any kind of like notes they have passed, like kind of like wipe his mouth, ball it up, and throw it away. It's gone forever. Well, like in his own pocket, basically. And he'll kind of like nod to whoever's still left in the bar that he's ready to head out. He'll step outside, chill in the rain for a second, drinking all aesthetically.
Feel the rain
Lights a
on
cigarette.
your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
All right, after that, anybody else want to do anything in the bar or in the vicinity, or are you all splitting off?
I'm set to
Think-
split like a
Shit,
banana.
Shep's ready to split as well.
Okay, so Ilaria, Shepard, Saradwin, you are going to the abandoned warehouse that you were pointed to?
Yes.
Okay.
Before the others, like before we all like break off from a team, I want to like take a moment, like, you know, step away from any kind of prying ears, right, and kind of like covert, kind of give them the rundown. And what Erland's gonna say is something along the lines of, all right, so we got a couple angles we can work here. Now, the people that might know the most about this, they call them. I'll write down what they call them. But basically, they're the equivalent of what we found over in, Someone please remind me what the island was?
Lomarin.
Crime Island. Yes, Lomarin.
Oh yeah.
Crime
Pirate
Island.
Crime Island.
It's their
Been to a
equivalent
lot
what
of
they got
islands,
from
to be fair.
Lomarin. Yeah, their equivalent of what they got over there. They aren't easily bought, and as is often the case, information is your best bargaining chip. They want to know more about your people, Shepard. I don't think we should tell them much about your people, considering the low profile they're trying to keep. But our other angle is, if we can find out what did, you know, all that damage, all those murders, and I'm going to check out by the docks too. But if we can find out any more info on that, that might be our way in. We better hope it's not suspect number 1 here. He'll leave people with that message.
Alright. Do we want to take a break here?
I would like to request one because Maui is barking, meaning my food is probably here.
Oh, nice.
No. I'm fine for.
We're recording. I believe we left off with Sarah, Brandy. Oh wait, is Brandy going with to the abandoned thing, or do you want to do more reconnaissance with Erland?
More reconnaissance with
Okay,
everyone.
gotcha. So Sarah, Ilaria, and Shepard, you make your way through the city to an old abandoned building. Let me find my notes for it. It seems to have been some sort of boat, either like refurbishing or workshop. There's plenty of smaller rowboats, fishing boats, just kind of like piled along the sides. You find it's a maybe 2.5 story building. There seems to be like little basement windows poking out, covered in. Actually, it rains like hell in this city. It's not covered in dust or cobwebs, but it's definitely covered in like the outside wood is like definitely rotting. Though it does seem to have some sort of like inner like insulation to protect like the inner structure of it. Probably built within, the past couple of like 50 or so years, though definitely no longer in use. There's better factories or workshops, and this one just seems to have like fallen by the wayside. It's on the very edge of town. It's not really useful. Inside, it's a mix of steel, metal, kind of like wooden tables, and very few, like, not automated, but like machinized, like refurbishing for different like mechanized refurbishing for boats. There seems to be like long tables and like iron pipes around. A few abandoned candles. Stairs leading up into the second floor. Kind of empty, seems to have been like a mix of office spaces, storage, and various like bookkeeping. Inside, yeah, dust, spider webs. Sarah, when you notice like a bunch of like just like a nest of flies like in a corner. The downstairs is full of like machine parts. The upstairs completely saddled with just junk that hasn't like been useful in years. And there does seems to be a very kind of like small compact basement. Stone seems to have been used for like larger storage equipment, like for fishing, like old nets, fishing gear, and like various larger tools and equipment to fix wooden ships.
I see the potential we have here.
Yeah, I could trade stuff.
Yeah, this large
Mood
warehouse space could be like really transformed with a little tender, loving care.
She's gonna step, and then her foot falls through. Okay.
Oh, watch out! That's our. That could be where the toilet is.
Our ship.
It's right in front of the doorway. It's the first thing you see.
No. Okay, hear me out. This is where the trap door would be, just in case there's any food. Like us.
We put a carpet, and they catch their foot. Okay.
Yeah. We probably aren't the only ones here at the moment either.
Can I, with my little eye, perceive
My little eye.
What are you trying to perceive?
Suss out. I was kind of wanting to do a perimeter sweep anyway.
Mhm.
I know there's like probably rats and flies, but just in general, like, are there any like vagrants, people, dead bodies, skeletons we should be aware of?
Yeah, whoever wants to, give me a perception check, please.
Shiny rocks.
I definitely want to join in the perception check,
Mhm.
but like I specifically wanted to look at two things.
Yes.
Because this place seems to be like a place that will be extremely like dust covered. Are there any places that are way less dusty than others? And they were candles on the first floor. If the candles at all look like they've been used recently.
Okay, gotcha.
You're looking for signs of activity.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, perception check from everybody. What did you... 23 from Ilaria?
I have to do math.
Right? I know.
18 plus 5 is 23, yes. Good job.
16.
16 from Sarid and a 21 from Shepard. Ilaria and Sarid, when you do a perimeter sweep around the outside, mostly empty? There are a few people kind of like on the outskirts, either drunk or like further, maybe like southeast. You notice the like workers of the industrial zone, as well as like you hear strange animals, and like various like at some parts it is like farm animals, and you notice like you are closer to like the farms outside the city, but then there's some like noises that you hear inside the walls. Yeah, sure, farm animals, but then there's also like a bit more exotic sounds. You hear like elephants, tigers, like various birds squawking. Exactly. And then mostly, like, the further, like, southeast you get away from the kind of, like, coast, more and more just, like, regular workers of, factories, industry, some dock workers. There's a few pubs around the area, but closer to, like, the abandoned building, not a lot of people gather. It's noisy, and it's a little bit smelly, and not even, like, you know, the homeless people like really want to fuck around in this area, because as it gets darker and darker, the rain harder and harder, it is a very good place to stow a body away. As you're kind of looking around, you do notice a few fresh corpses, some stuffed into garbage cans, others just kind of like lying behind an alleyway. As you both kind of like inspect the wounds, you notice stab marks, you notice strangulation, you notice some people just kind of like got hit a little too hard and passed out. Nothing of the size that you saw at the kind of like recent murder site. This mostly is just probably attributed to either like gang stabbings or an assassination, or just a fight gone wrong, but it's an area that you really should keep your eye out.
Are any of the bodies like fresh-ish? Enough.
It's hard to tell
within the day.
They've like decomposed rather quickly.
The stinkier it is, the longer.
Some of them are bloated.
Oh yeah, I would reckon that's at least 3 days.
Lick's corpse. Oh, 3 days.
What? You've never
I've
seen
seen
a
this
dead
before.
body?
Bloated one.
Yeah. That one over there is in rigor mortis, so he's pretty recent. That one over there is getting skeletonized.
Dude is
at
like
least 3 weeks.
Is that all you guys want to do, like, in the vicinity?
if no one is creeping around the warehouse, we'll try to like make it as homey as possible.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to sleep there. This is Annika. Just it's base of operations, right?
Where are we sleeping?
You
Shepard.
want to sleep here?
Shepard, inside, you do not notice any recent activity in the warehouse. This place seems to have been, like, abandoned to the point that, like, people don't even want to, like, really step close to it. Again, it's noisy, it smells, and it's in a part of town that, like, even, you know, people who look like they can take care of themselves want to try to avoid. So no one's been here in a while. You do, however, find in the basement, or actually, no, sorry, in the second floor, in some of the trunks, some wool blankets, some linens, no pillows, but this place seems to get, like, rather chilly, and as, like, you're noticing, like, there are, like, goosebumps kind of, like, running up your arms a little bit. While this place is tropical, the rain, the arbor, the wind, it does add to, like, just a little bit of shiver to you.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to look for?
No, that was pretty much
Okay,
it.
gotcha. Yeah, you all kind of, Ilaria and Serdwin, you congregate back at the base. What are you all doing?
Just to situate the building, it looks like it's at the corner of this, like, I'm gonna call it a block, even though it's J-shaped. And it's 2 stories high. Could I just secure lookout points, considering we are in the corner?
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Cool. 11. Flat.
Just 11?
Mm-hmm.
No bonuses?
Nope. She minds the business that minds her.
Damn, bitch, you stupid. Lookout points. There's a couple of windows on the second floor. One does kind of, like, point in the direction of the Kunari base. You could probably, like, make out the corners of it, but it's misty, it's dark, it's raining. You're really not sure. Maybe they could see you, maybe you could see them, but you would really have to try. And with the kind of weather this place has, you don't know if it's, like, even possible. And then a window pointing south, and a window pointing kind of, like, in the eastern direction.
Man, this country blows. Okay. Group. Are we sleeping here?
Well, there's some blankets.
I wouldn't. We have blankets.
I wouldn't use those blankets. They might have, like, bed bugs or something.
You can
Yeah,
wash
or-
them.
Then at the very least, maybe we patch up some of this outside with these.
I'm gonna start. Sarah and I, Sarah, do you want to do a beauty project?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Beautification.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Shepard just starts doing, like, the practical things, like, this is where we can have a table. I'll move these barrels together. Meanwhile, okay, if you pick up that linen over there and you put it on the hole that I just made a few seconds ago, yeah.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
a nice
Over
card.
That
here?
would work.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
A welcome
The
mat.
two
but it's
Sims
a-
players' brains activate.
That's exactly what I was thinking. How it, like, opens up build and buy.
Free real estate on.
Do you guys want to try and make, like, I'd say like either perception or survival checks to try and like find some shit like around in the area to like carry back to the base and like see if it could.
I'm gonna proceed. This is like Rent.
Does Shepard want to help out with finding materials?
Sure.
We can build a hut inside of this warehouse.
Yeah.
A little camp. Wait, that's what Assad does. He literally has a spell. It's like
It's almost like he can summon a
tiny hut or something.
What are we?
Roll
Some
credits.
type of
Suicide Squad. Man, this sure is an Exalted Age.
What are we, some kind of Dragon Age Inquisition?
21.
Yes, tiny hut.
21. What did Shepard get?
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Perception
perceive
or
or
survival?
survival.
Perceive or survive.
Perceive or survival.
20,
Let's
nice.
go. Roll 20 is nice to you today.
Yeah.
Let's change the pace.
Yeah, unlike last week where it was kind of important. But guys, for shopping, you guys are rolling fantastic. Yeah, you find some like unopened crates of a little bit soggy, but like, you know, once you dry them out, you can definitely use these as like nice cushioned like blankets or sleeping bags or something, or even like a curtain to block out some of the wind from the windows. You find some like sconces to maybe like put candles onto, some broken chairs that you could definitely mend. A few like smaller tables, shelves, broken vases that like you could patch, but it's probably not worth it.
No, wait, I could cook with this.
Okay, sure.
Kintsugi!
You find like 3 grams of ceramic. Yeah, mostly you just find stuff to like make it a little bit homier. Some like planks of wood that you could definitely like use to mend the upstairs and downstairs a little bit. A heater would be nice. You don't find it in like the scrap. You would probably have to like either go somewhere else to find like a stove or a propane or something, or just like make a makeshift fireplace in the basement.
We have 2 mages and an arsonist.
This can
How long
only
are we-
end well.
How long are we planning to stay here? Like, do we have to like come back here every night? Like, even after we leave the city?
I don't think so.
It wouldn't hurt to have a base of operations for ourselves.
Yeah. That would definitely be good.
Alright. If you guys are done with that, we'll move on to Indra and Asan.
Alright, so you guys are going to a library. Not a circle, but a library.
If we can find one, yeah.
Okay.
And library.
I am going to say roll me either perception or investigation. This is not if you can find one, this will be how long it'll take to find one.
I'll give us an advantage.
Okay.
Alright.
Indra may be a nerd, he's still stupid.
Which options do I have?
Perception or investigation.
Well, I wonder which one I will be choosing. You said advantage.
Yep, that one on advantage.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Oh,
You
no.
don't have anything good.
I mean, you have your
Honestly,
one's precision.
I'll
reroll.
use my reroll.
You show up right when the place closes.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my god. Do we show up right when the place closes?
No, you don't.
2, a 3, and a 5.
That's incredible.
No, you don't show up
Place is a
right as
maze.
it closes. However, you do show up, like, basically an hour before it's supposed to close.
What I have rolled. Huh.
It's like you
Oh,
walked
boy.
past it 3 different times, and it's like, are you sure that's not it?
You come to, like, a little...
We come.
Shut up.
We come.
You come
Then we go
to a
find a
little...
library.
What looked like a store at first, and then as you approach, you notice that there are rows upon rows of books, and on the top, it just says the Codex Compendium. You both walk in, and it's, for lack of a better word, it's fucking dead. It's quiet, there's no one there. There's like one person there who is starting to fall asleep. And you're pretty sure they work there.
Indra looks at like the doorbell that doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah, it's beat up, it's like the chain, like you can tell one of the links of the chain is disconnected and is now dangling. All it'll take is a nice, like, strong breeze to just have that bitch fly across the library. But yes, both of you
Knock,
walk
knock,
in.
knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Fuck, yeah. Welcome to the Codex Compendium. How may I help both of you?
We're just looking for some history books, perhaps, of the city.
Of Narrominion, of course. If you would go down that section right there, and if you'll take a left, you'll be able to see that there are a couple encyclopedias, a specific guide to the city, although I don't think that has been returned yet, and I know there's some atlases.
Indra's eyes like immediately light up. Great, yeah, thank you so much. Any place where we could find out maybe some of the important people? We just don't want to ruffle any feathers. We're quite clearly unintelligent to the politics of this place.
Honestly, I don't think you would find that here per se, but you can ask some roundabout questions and I can try to answer them.
We'll see if we have anything.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, if you need to check anything out, please come back to this desk. I need to go through an entire process in order to make sure that these books are...
Is the guy like falling asleep?
Yeah, he's starting to fall asleep as he's starting to fall asleep as he's going through the procedure.
Yeah, but you're good, dude.
Punk.
Punk.
Ah, yes. And then like Indra motions like towards like a quieter part.
All right.
Do we
I follow.
Do we want to just be asking some random people about Celis and Dr. Lucan?
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Because I feel like we should probably ask people, one, in the know, and two, who won't rat us out to the cops in the city. I don't know if the city is run by cops either. Who runs this place? Where's the law and order?
Mage cops.
It sounds like a shitty television series. Mage cop.
Indra's just like, stop reading my crime novels and start looking for answers. Like over the earring to Erland.
It's just so good. So, I do have a question for both of you.
Yes.
What are you looking for first in this library?
Oh, Indra wants any sewer openings, like kind of like the geography of like the structure, if there's like any catacombs, dungeons, anything below the city that he could possibly get his like little grubby hands on.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what check that would be.
You can make me roll investigation, that's fine.
No, because I don't want it to just be like a bunch of investigation checks is my thing.
History.
No.
I mean, it's fine. Like he doesn't have a bonus to it, but like I'll roll it.
Yeah, I'll say roll a history check. This is less about finding it and more about the amount of resources you'll be able to find.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
Really?
Okay, not bad. 14.
Or again?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I would have for the perception. I would have rolled probably higher because my perception. Yeah, I would have rolled a 19 for perception. So yeah.
So Indra, you find what is essentially like titled the Atlas of Narrowminion.
Nice.
It talks about like the history of the sewer system and kind of like as it's progressed over the years, or at least the documented progress over the years. And you find what is effectively the newest map of the sewers that is publicly available. But again, this is publicly available knowledge. You're not. It's actually, it would be dated. It's probably about 20 years old, maybe a little bit more. The date's kind of smudged.
Indra kind of waves Asan over and goes, "Okay, listen. So, I know a thing or two about sewers. I've been in them." And he's like kind of pointing out the various
How
like.
we met.
That's how we met.
That's how we met.
My good friends go way back in the sewers. He's like pointing out things to you.
Been through the shit together, literally.
Indra specifically points out like an area near the circle, and just goes. So it says that the sewers run through it, but it doesn't say what's underneath there. I'm thinking a large cavernous space they don't want anybody going into. I don't know how we would get in. You'd probably have to scope the area out for that, but what do you think?
I mean, Sorry, one more time.
All good. Like Indra just points. No, you're fine. Dude, I'm dead too. Indra points out specifically kind of like this area, and says that like it's just kind of left open on the map, but there are like sewer systems supposed to be like either going around it or through it, but it's like not. It's almost like, you know, like blocked out like CIA documents. It's kind of like that, except there's no like blockage. It's just like gone.
Not drawn in.
Yeah. So what he's saying is like there's probably something there. He doesn't know how to get in. You would have to like scope the area out to figure that out. But he's interested, and he's saying like maybe, you know, if the circle is part of holding a mage, that could be an area to look into.
I mean, that was one of the areas that we felt a mage's presence the last time that I scoped out the sewers.
Okay.
So it's definitely something to keep in mind. If I picked up a ping and it's notably empty in the sewer map, I just don't know how we'd scout it, because it is a mage circle. No, my tricks aren't going to work, probably.
I mean, I think what did Brandy say? Do it the old-fashioned way. Use our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, Arya is pretty good at that sort of thing.
Yeah. Let's look at the history of the city and, like, different, I don't know, roles in society or whatever. Because we can't just have you and Ceridwen be on fucking leashes the entire time. It's... One, you can't really use your magic in public, but two, it's just annoying.
I think I'll also do some digging on... I mean, they must keep, like, recent news, like newspaper clippings, things like that. The town crier notepads.
Alright.
Maybe there's something about the local politics that might be interesting.
Okay. Out of character.
Yes.
I don't think, like, a single one of you indicated, like, political intrigue as something that you're interested in when I gave out the form to you all. I think maybe, like, one person did. So, and Ricky and I have discussed this. The Tevinter political system is very interesting and is, like, broad, so we could definitely go into that. That is a player question. Like, if you guys want to be roped into that and deal with that, or if you're just looking at politics as, like, is there something that we can use for our current situation?
I'm pretty sure I was the person who put
Yep, okay, cool.
so that makes sense. I was like, what? But...
Yeah, so like, like, Mark, if you're interested, we can definitely do something, but, like, group as a whole... if y'all want to do that, that's fine. If not, like, we could just, like, include a little tidbit of, like, political intrigue in the story, and then kind of, like, have the quest be over with. We can talk more about it after the session, obviously. But yeah, are you looking into specifics, or are you just, like, what are you looking for? Because that's a very broad question. Like, what are you looking for in regards to politics, like, specifically?
I mean, truthfully, I'm looking for, if we're just going broad, I'm looking to see just if there's, like, honestly, they're probably not even active in politics. It's probably not popular enough. But if there are any groups that are actually speaking out against slavery.
Okay, that is something we can answer.
Okay.
So please give a history check with advantage and an investigation check with advantage, because Indra is helping you.
Thank you, Indra.
You're good, dude. And as he's, like, eyes glazed over looking at a map of the city.
And you said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's a
Jesus.
Nice. There we go. I can obviously provide you the document later. Really quick overview of the Tevinter political classes. There is... Go ahead, Ricky.
I'm sorry. I had my notes open this entire time. I was like, I can't wait.
I can also send you a really quick, like, rundown of it. But yeah, take it away. I'm gonna go eat.
So, there are 5 social classes. There is the Soparati, which is sleepers. They are not slaves, but they are not mages. They are
they're Tevinter citizens, but
they're
regular people without magic.
yeah,
they're regular people without magic. They are considered citizens. They, however, cannot hold real power in either the Imperial Chantry or the governance. They are allowed to be merchants and civil servants. However, continuing onward, the second one to discuss is the Leitans. Leitans are mages born in non-magical families who have not shown to have any magical abilities throughout their generations. They are a step higher than the Soberati. They are effectively new money in kind of like outlook.
Okay.
Anyone who produces a Laetan child is elevated to that rank as well.
Even if they're not mages.
Even if they're not mages. The Altus are believed to have been descendants of magisters with the ability to speak with the old gods. Although there is no real practice of it anymore, they are considered the highest ranking mages. They're held in very high esteem. Many of them are pretty powerful in their own right, either politically or in actual magical aptitude. They are also the class of citizens that are believed to be responsible for the blights.
Mm. Can you repeat the just the title for that one?
The Altus.
We'll write down all the names.
Yeah. And the last two are linked with each other. There is the slaves, who you already somewhat know about.
Yeah, I get it. Understood. Sweet.
Yeah, you get it.
Slaves
no
are
rights.
mostly
Got it.
elves, humans, and apparently, like, recently there's been, like, some dwarves mixed in.
Yes. Mages can also be enslaved. Slaves can be officially freed before a judge, which leads into the last one, the Liberati. Liberati are freed slaves under a judge's decree. There's a couple different ways they could be freed, but it must be under official legal decree, either through the will of someone else or by a judge. But they are still not considered citizens afterwards.
They're residents.
Yeah, they can't join the military or a circle of magi, but they usually become like, I think, apprentices.
They can become apprentices. They also do have the capacity to own their own land and property.
Okay.
With that 30 in history, 26 investigation, you would know that there's no law stating that you have to free a mage slave, but it is kind of like a custom to do so. So, like, no one's under any obligation, but it's kind of like blood magic. If you practice it very openly, people will judge you. If you're a high-ranking, like, magister and you produce a non-mage child, it's kind of like, social suicide. And if you are a slave owner that has magical slaves, it's a little, like, in poor taste, because it's like you're almost stopping them from reaching their full potential. Freed magic slaves usually become apprentices to their old masters. They can join magic circles and, like, further their studies, but cannot, like...
Also, with the 30 in history and the 26 natural on investigation, these may be very rigid social classes. There is still room to move up and down. In fact, as you're doing this investigation, there are many stories of lower class citizens rising through the ranks through heroics.
Or discoveries. And you notice that there have been individuals that were not mage-born that essentially rose through the ranks because of their, for example, feats or research or stuff that they contributed to the history of the Imperium.
They became theoretical mages.
Essentially, but yes, being a mage in Tevinter is everything. Being born a non-mage in Tevinter means that you have to scrape for everything that you get.
And some of the stories that you do read have fantastical elements to them and are kind of played up, but you would know that a lot of these stories typically have some truths behind them in some way, shape, or form. But yes, that is the hierarchy, essentially. Is there any questions you have?
Sorry. The question about groups rising or like speaking out against the slavery in Tevinter.
Yeah, like activist groups.
Yes,
like
yes.
I'm not expecting something crazy, but like this local college has been speaking out against slavery.
So yes, specifically the Western Circle near the Merchants Guild. Where is it? This one. Let me make it different.
Hot pink!
No.
Damn it.
Hell yeah.
That one. So that Western Circle is seen as kind of a circle for Liberati mages and mages that were born to like non-magister families that show a lot of promise, but would not really be admitted to like the higher ranking circles. And that one specifically has stated that they do accept Liberati students, that they accept non-mages to study, for example, enchantments, potion making, and things associated with magic. Very, like, progressive college, I guess. And have at times spoken out against the government and, like, the way they treat slaves and the way that they treat blood magic to their, like, downfall a little bit. They've been targeted rather heavily by the government in terms of like having their funding cut, having their buildings be quote unquote surprisingly firebombed by a terrorist, and just not treated with the
Fireballs can't melt stone beams.
Watch them try. Yeah, and there have been several people that had come from that circle that then joined the ranks of the magisterium, the kind of like the highest ranking political body of Tevinter, and then have like continued to be activists and speak out against like blood magic, slavery, that have then been like, you know, excommunicated essentially and have had to like lost all of their status. There's one name that sticks out. Let me find the NPC really quick. The name Felix Garidas.
Right.
Seemingly a practitioner of medicine and healing arts, who is staunchly against blood magic specifically, but has also spoken out against slavery, as well as like the use of slave subjects within like experimentation, that has like been very publicly like made an example out of, and just like kicked out of the Naraminian Tower, the Magisterium specifically, and seemingly just disappeared. Is there anything else you wish to look for?
No, for the time being, I think that's it.
Okay.
Indra, is there anything you would like to look for while you're still here?
Is the guy at the desk sleeping?
You know that kind of like fugue state where like you can tell somebody is like not fully conscious, but if you like grab their attention, they're gonna instantly like prop up awake.
Indra's just gonna like
Me in school.
Indra's just gonna think about like stealing the sewer map and then like fight against it. And then is there like a sign out sheet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna put his name. He's gonna put a
Dieter.
Dieter, and the
Hey, Dieter.
the sewer map, and then just kind of like leave a few coins on the table. Leave with the map in hopes of like transcribing it instead of stealing it outright, because he's trying to be a better person.
So proud.
I can hear the disgust in that.
It would have been so much easier to just fucking take it, dude, but then I thought about like all the people trying to like use this bookshop.
Aww.
Yeah, what if there's another map nerd who comes through here?
Exactly, I'm
to
thinking
bribe
about all
them.
the map nerds in Deventer.
It's all the map nerds.
Yeah.
All of the amateur cartographers.
Yeah. Are Indra and Asan heading back to the group?
Did those two not find out anything about like magical creatures of Tevinter?
Oh, yeah, Ricky, did we?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, thank you for
Kind of
reminding us.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah, I will use Asan's check.
Sure.
Because,
I mean, that also includes local news in case there is a.
yeah, it was a 30 and a natural 20. I'm fine. I'm fine. Alec, you can stop me if you want to, but I think that's okay.
The most productive hour of your guys' life.
Yeah, in 1 hour you get all of this shit
No, the
done.
most productive hour of our life. Never mind.
Yeah, wait till the wedding night, buddy.
There is a wedding.
In terms of magical creatures, you're finding a history of creatures that have both been considered extinct and like or just outright hidden. Magical creature wise, like one of which you would know is the dragon. Many properties of them are considered magical and essential in several different rituals, including the making of the Reaver. Give me 1 second.
Are you looking specifically for just like any, or specifically magical creatures that could have done like structural damage to like that extent?
I guess structural damage to that extent.
Okay, cool. That is really easy for me to answer.
Narrowing it down. We got the filters on.
Problem is, the only creatures that could have caused that level of damage are so big that they kind of can't be hidden, no matter how narrow the street is in Tevinter. Or in Narrowminion, and the creatures that could have caused it and are small enough to remain hidden in the city would leave a much stronger residue of magic.
I will say, the ones that kind of like stick out a little bit, drakes, elephants, which have been used in Tevinter, like, war and cavalry. You're not sure if an elephant could have done that, but, you know.
It's the closest thing.
Yeah. Discussions of were creatures, in, like, folklore. werewolves, were-tigers, stuff like that. Giants. Sometimes giants have been known to mate with like creatures smaller than them, so perhaps like a giant hybrid. Deep stalkers are known to be underground, but since this city does have a dwarven embassy, paths to the deep roads are not out of the question. Darkspawn. Dire wolves, dire bears, dracolisks, golems, some sort of like strange creatures called the Gurgut, which is a weird like salamander like thing, and griffins, which are not extinct yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gurgut is a new thing. I mean, what the fuck is you?
Wow, that was a long list. Okay. Whew.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I like how that was almost in like alphabetical order, but we kind of fucked up the beginning with starting with drakes.
Sorry.
Well, were creatures, then that kind of fucked it up.
Estúpido.
Yeah. So, tis difficult to pinpoint.
But that is a list of like the creatures that would be present in Tevinter, at least. Yeah, is that all?
I think so.
Okay. The group, actually, yeah, Erland and Brandy had some sleuthing they wanted to do. Ricky, do you think it would be possible for Indra and, Asan to kind of, like, get... Oh, wait, no. Who has the Sending Stone?
Yeah, you guys, because you're the furthest, and then the
Yeah.
other squad that would have it would be the ones that are at the workshop.
Gotcha. Indra will,
Two halves.
say, into the Sending Stone, hey, if, any of you guys can reach Erland and Brandy, tell them to look for a Felix Gerardus. I believe that's 25?
Yeah, that's under 25.
Okay, cool. Whoever has the Sending Stone gets that message.
Felix Gerardus.
Shepard,
Felix
your
Garrett.
pocket vibrates.
Sure. I
What
get
kind of
that.
ringtone does Shepard have?
Buzz, 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 buzz.
It's a fucking Nokia
Buzz, buzz,
ringtone.
buzz, buzz.
You would. Shepard would
It's a
have
no-
one of those, like, little, pocket protectors.
Oh god.
My phone just paws at me.
His ringtone is just sheep buying. Ba 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 ba
It's like oh shit. What? I
ba
don't know
ba.
how do I use this thing?
He's run out of
it.
words.
But
Click. Nah, there's nothing coming through.
Yeah, you get the message.
Mm. Must not have been important. I don't hear anything.
It has it on mute.
Oh,
Yes, it on mute.
He has it on Do Not Disturb.
Why would you put your sending stone on Do Not Disturb?
Shepard's looking at this. I don't even remember putting this in my pocket. I don't know who put this here.
I don't fucking know who this was handed to, man.
But I feel like after that, like Shepard looks at it and sees the message. It's like, okay, ask Erling about. What's that? Oh, what is this?
Andrew, you get back the mumbled like reading of Shepard.
You see, like, Andrew's just, like, slowly crushing the Sending Stone.
What do I need to ask Erling for?
He doesn't realize that we can't do follow-up questions. He's not gonna get a response back.
It's not talking back to me. I don't know how to use this thing.
Andrew goes outside and lights up a cigarette.
You
This is his
So,
nicotine
real-
patch for Lyria.
Real talk. real talk, Tony
He has a
has no
lyrium
idea
pad.
what the message
Oh,
was.
okay. I thought you were
So
speaking.
I was trying to find a way to RP it to hear it again.
I thought you were
It
just
isn't
being
working.
like a shithead.
Honestly,
have
I
no
would have
idea what the
accepted you
message
being a
was.
shithead. That was really funny.
Oh my god. Honestly, I would have just kind of gone with the I guess Erland just never gets the message, but it was a look for a Felix Gerardus if Erland and Brandy can.
Oh, there's an unread button. I can press the unread messages button. A Felix Gerardus. A Felix Gerardus. Okay. Alright, I gotta find Erland.
He's just tapping the stone. Doot, doot.
What are Ilaria and Sardwin doing while this is happening?
We
Shepard's
are
saying all
taking
this
one of
out
the
loud,
rowboats
by the way.
and we're making it into a giant hammock rowboat.
You're dismantling a rowboat to make like a little like fort.
No. You misunderstand. The rowboat is the sofa.
Oh,
it's like a tiny schooner.
Shepard just hears like construction in the background.
What? Who just left?
Yes, Ren.
Ignore that.
You're good.
It's like, oh, okay. I'm just glad I didn't have to use my sending spell.
God damn it!
They can't hear Shepard because they're hammering.
Alright, I gotta go find. I'm gonna go find Erland.
Earring.
Cool.
Alright, bye guys.
Wait,
Don't let him. It's
Shepard.
funny.
He doesn't
Aw,
understand
man.
What is
technology.
Because no one ever showed Shepard how to use the earring.
Oh,
Shepard also doesn't know how to use the earring.
Oh my-
He just
I love
sees
it.
you guys use it all the time.
He just touches his ear, but not the earring.
Shepard just thinks it's like a cool party gimmick that everybody has.
He just is like, they talk to each other with magic or something. I'm fine. What is this thing even for? Like, Shepard out loud is like, what is this thing on my ear even for if it's not
Oh my god,
used for
it's
anything?
like, it's a sending thing. Like, you press on it, and then you're like, testing, blah, 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 and then they answer back.
Do I have to, like, request who I'm speaking to?
No, it's a
No.
shared group call.
We all hear.
It's a
They'll
group
hear you.
message.
Anyone
You only have
within-
25 words.
So what you're saying to me is that this is a group chat
Yep.
amongst all of us?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Indra could have, instead of using the sending stone to tell me to do this, could have just used
It's
the
only
earring.
500 feet is the thing, and I think Indra was
doesn't know
too
that.
far. Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like
Doesn't know there's a
whatever.
range to this. I don't know if Ilaria would know that there's a range to this.
Ilaria
I don't
would.
remember the range.
What was your
range?
grade? What was your grade in crime?
God, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god,
You think she went to regular school?
Oh my
Shit.
god, she went to a Catholic school.
They call them-
didn't she? No, she
they-
was homeschooled, even worse.
they call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of assholes.
Damn. What are we, some sort of
Hey,
Guardians of the
puts-
Galaxy?
Puts to your Erland, I mean Varen. Ask about the. Can I pull this message back up? Come on.
We'll just
I'll
keep
get to
talking.
Rigo.
Tony genuinely again forgot.
Felix
what the thing was
Garrett, I'll
called.
put it in
Oh my
there.
god.
Listen,
It's been a
we're
rough
all
week.
having a day, it's okay.
I thought it
I-
would just be me.
Varen, ask about a Felix Gerardus. That's what Indra. You know, I don't actually know why Indra wants you to ask about it.
It
but
cuts off.
Indra-
No, I don't
I mean,
think
Actually, I don't.
there's a
why
word
Indra-
limit.
is there?
Oh, there's
Is there a
there's
word
no-
limit?
There
there's-
isn't.
No, not
Okay,
on
then-
message.
Then Shepard's gonna keep going. I don't. I don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly why.
Erland's on
Maybe
the
it has
toilet.
something to do
Oh my god.
with the the murders and stuff. So, is that you hear me, Erlen? I don't know if this thing even works. He's still holding it, by the way.
It's
Like,
working fine.
Flush.
You asked me to.
Oh my god.
I'll ask about this Felix fella. He didn't tell you anything about why. Just to ask about the Felix guy.
yeah, I think it's potentially like a creature. Potentially.
It's a creature.
He's
I don't know
he's
what
also gonna like
Felix is.
he's gonna step out. He's gonna like confirm with Brandy here as well. It's like, all right. Now, another thing to keep in mind with these things. You can just focus on one linked person. You don't have to have it be a group call every time.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There's a lot of fucking echoing.
Boink,
Yeah.
boink, boink, boink.
I
Sorry,
hear
we're hammering.
Shepard, and then I hear you, and then I hear you in my
You're back.
ear again.
See, I
It's a
feel
Zoom
like it
call.
would be funnier to just have a shared group chat.
It would be
Wait,
great.
so when I do this, do Sarah and Alaria hear it too? Sarah and
Yeah.
Alaria, do you hear?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
We're a little
That's pretty-
occupied.
it's-
You hear
Oh no.
our machine.
How did they get power machines?
So we need to look into something called a Felix Gyarados. Any of you know what a Felix Gyarados is?
No.
It sounds like a name.
Is it?
Uh,
Is that a sickness?
I thought it's a creature.
I mean, are we not creature Shepard?
We're all creatures.
Oh no, that's
We're all
really good
Homo sapiens.
point.
We got
Maybe to a base level, we are all creatures. But what I was referring to was neither. Okay, so it's something that isn't classified as featherless or bipedal.
A man.
It could be something. Clearly a man. It wouldn't be that. Maybe it is that. All right, I'm gonna let go of this thing now. Is there? Can I hang it up, or does it just stop?
It should stop.
I think it just stops. I don't use this very much. Erlen, does it just stop?
Oh, Josh said BRB.
Josh,
Oh,
Josh said
I
BRB.
have as like an
So-
AirPod.
Erlen just took out his earring. He's
I
just
love
like,
how
nope, can't.
not only do the PCs ask Erlen for everything, but the people also ask Josh for everything.
He's the one
So
who made these.
I saw that Josh had stepped away, so I was purposely trying to make this conversation go
All right,
so
we're
long that
stalling
he'd
now.
be
We're
back.
Oh my god.
This is awful.
I've just been trying to add on to it as much as I can.
So Shepard, I have a question for you.
Is this over the earring?
Yes, this is over the earring.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to touch the thing. Hey, what's up? You up?
We were talking about we were talking about a featherless biped.
A man, yes.
Would that mean that we've been doing cannibalism? I made chicken the last couple nights.
Did you take the feathers off of the chicken before cooking it?
I kind of have to.
I think we've been eating man.
Oh no.
Indra and Hassan walk into range. What the hell are you guys talking about?
What?
Hey,
It's like tuning into a Discord call.
Yeah.
Indra, how would you define a man? Like, what classifications?
I feel like this is a trap.
Well, because in, Kanari teachings, there's a very simple definition of man. It's featherless and bipedal.
So like a duck.
No,
Well,
ducks have feathers.
Well, what if you pluck the feathers off a duck?
Then it'd be a man.
Oh,
yes.
the man.
Behold, a man.
I feel like I'm getting
Can you
pranked.
guys pick up chicken on your way home?
No!
Whoa!
We already said slavery is not okay.
Are you slaving chickens?
Wait, Asan, should we go get some groceries? We've been eating, like, just really, really, really rough beef jerky. I think I ate leather at one point.
Guys, could you stop for something? Saren has been eating dirt for the last 30 minutes.
Oh,
First of all, it's
normal.
not
Oh,
dirt.
don't worry.
It's-
Shepard, don't
These
worry
are just
about that.
cookies I've had in my pocket for like months.
Oh, don't worry.
I believe it.
This is just such finely grated carbs.
I forgot I had them in there.
Intro to someone
They
trying to find a
survived our
7-Eleven.
underwater trip. They
Don't
survived a fade trip.
I got the cookies after that.
don't worry about it, Shepard. It helps with her digestion.
They're
My
digestive.
immune
I
system
thought
is
that was
rock
grass.
solid. Grass?
Yeah, so was your stool.
When my sheep had tummy aches, they'd eat grass.
Mm,
Don't they just eat grass normally?
They'd eat extra grass.
Like different grass, or just normal grass?
And just trying to, like,
More.
barter with the clerk at 7-Eleven. What do you mean a silver piece for grain? What the fuck is this city?
Y'all
God.
have never had mud pies, and that's and
It
you're
is.
showing it.
And you start hearing a new voice over over Indra's side of the call. This is from outside of the gates. I don't know what else to tell you. It's
Fuck
this
you,
much.
dude. This is a
Indra,
ripoff.
Indra, hey,
You.
Indra,
You
put me
don't
on.
get the
Let me talk to him.
Here, talk to
What
him.
is going on?
In character.
What is going on?
Oh Jesus fucking! I'm so
I
glad
can't
we
wait
have
for
fun
Josh to
recording.
watch
Be
this
right
bit.
back. And we all devolved into madness.
We were just trying to stall for time until you came back. And then it started. We haven't left the conversation with the earrings yet. I'll just let you know that much.
Erlen has been hearing the ramblings of madmen and lunatics.
He's just trying to take a piss.
I think Brandy's just, like, knocking on the door still, saying, like, wait, Erlen, do we need anything for groceries? Hey, Erlen, hey, Erlen, hey.
He has his head in his hands, and he's like, no.
Erlen flushes the earring down the toilet.
Oh, God
Okay, I
damn
don't
it,
need
I
this
can't get
anymore.
any peace in here.
Erlen's like, I'm gonna walk into the ocean.
Erlen, did you ask about Felix yet?
You just hear a
We
light
haven't
knock at
even
first.
left.
Erlen.
What do you mean you
Erlen. It
haven't
goes into
left?
cop knocking. Erlen.
We'll let you know what we find out. Bye.
Alright,
I love this.
see ya.
He steps out
Hikes
and then
up his heels.
promptly mutes the earring for the next 10 minutes. Okay. Let's do a bit more digging around.
Oh, hold on. No, Shepard. No, we're not going grocery shopping. Apparently. Do you want anything? Okay. I'll see if I can convince him. Okay. Bye.
Ilaria, do you want the rainbow M&Ms or the fruity M&Ms?
What's the difference?
Well,
Brandy-
one's a tropical fruit kind with, like, peach and mango and pineapple, and the other one is the regular cherry and...
Aren't those Skittles?
Oh, fuck.
Erlen, you just like
What kind of knockoff M&Ms are you looking at?
you see Brandy just take off the earring at one point. I didn't hear what Shepard said, so I'm going to guess what he wants.
No.
Okay.
Wait. Good idea.
Let's just get the job done. All right. Here's a plan. I've got a couple things. Well, we've got a couple things that a less fortunate person might appreciate. Now, we can do a bit of a trade here. I'll hand them, we've got some leftover foods and I've got plenty of leftover beer. And And if we find anyone who looks like they've been camping out nearby the crime scene, we'll see what we can find out from what they might have seen. All right.
So we're looking for homeless people.
For now.
Eat them.
First stop. Yes. Then we'll check out if there's any rumors around the docks.
Okay.
People
I can
get
do
very
both.
loose-lipped when they're a couple drinks in, you know.
All right. Where are you all heading?
I'd like to go back near the area of the most recent murder site, right? And have us, check around, like, a couple of the blocks around the area. You know, anything that might have been, like, within eyesight or earshot, like, eye line of this crazy accident that would have happened, right? It's, like, within, the 1 or 2 blocks away from it, but, like, you know, hopefully not running into the same cops as before. And try to see if there's any people that have been, like, camping out. And, you know, anyone who's, like, just sleeping in the rain, not having a nice day or night.
Give me either investigation or perception check.
You have advantage because Brandy is going to be helping you.
Okay, we can work with this. Yeah, let's say perception.
All right, 22. Not like directly nearby the most recent murder site, but like in the vague vicinity of kind of like, again, the
industrial zone.
Like, yeah, industrial and like the crossover between that and the docks. There are a few people on the streets. You would probably find a lot more kind of like in the slums. But there are like a few kind of like wandering around. Some drunk dock workers. It is getting like near like nighttime at about like now. It's maybe like 11 p.m. So you are finding like less and less people outside, and the ones that you do, it's they're either drunk, hungover, or just kind of like out of it. You see a few people with lyrium withdrawal.
Oh fuck.
Just kind of stumbling around the city. You find one incredibly skinny, kind of just like huddling underneath a like rafter, wrapped in a blanket. Their eyes just kind of like grayed out, and they kind of like just are looking from place to place, just kind of like head bobbing a little bit. They look very sick, but they're alone, and they're the closest that you saw. And would probably have like a good vantage point of the scene.
All right. So I'll try to like quietly approach them with Brandy. Brandy is helping me hopefully look a little less intimidating. He's kind of got like his Varen Alden's like little bit of like smile to him, right? But he's just trying to be gentle about the whole situation. He's like, "Hey there. You
Don't hurt me.
I ain't here to hurt you, pal.
I ain't got nothing left.
I can imagine. Just looking around. I heard of something real bad happened around here. And
Yeah, it nearly took me out.
I couldn't hear that, sorry.
Nearly took him out.
Oh, damn. Are you alright? They hit you with something, or you scratched up anywhere?
No, I was running past it. I got shoved into a building. It was dark. It was raining. And that thing was so big. Blood everywhere. There was something. And you see him just like shivering, and then like kind of like look over at you, very confused and concerned. Give me an insight or a deception.
Insight or deception? I'd like to try my hand at insight.
Mhm.
I do decent.
25.
I would hope.
This person needs you to kind of like convince them that you're not here to hurt them, because you're witnessing someone who like I don't want to say PTSD, but is like incredibly
They went through some.
shaken up.
They're rattled.
They're terrified that like you're here to either silence them or like hurt them the same way that like they witnessed something bad happen.
Right. All right. We can help each other out. I just want to get an idea of what happened around here, and I'd hate if you had to go to sleep hungry or thirsty, or even just cold. Here, check this out. He's gonna reach into his, in this case, basically fridge of holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'd like to bring out some of the wonderful like rations, the bread, cheese, fruits. We had like 3 days worth of that we had gotten as a gift from the people we helped along the side of the road.
His
He'd like to bring
eyes,
out some of the.
kind of like widen at that.
He'll bring some of the dried stuff. Like, hey, it's nothing. Trust me here. I ain't trying to pull anything on you. Here, look. He'll break one of the things of bread in half. Literally break bread with this man, and he'll take a bite out of his half and hand him over the other.
He like scarfs down the food. They probably haven't eaten in weeks. And a gesture like that is very much like, you know, crosses like cultural barriers. This man is like at least like lowered their guard around you a little bit.
Yeah, just eat your fill here. We got a couple rations, a couple leftovers here for you. They're pretty fresh from the other day, literally just earlier today. And I don't know if you are a drinker, but I have that too. Now, you got hurt. Can we see? Did you get burned, scratched?
They remove kind of like a part of the blanket, and you see what is effectively, if you cast chain lightning in the rain, lightning scars and burn marks of flesh that is rotting at this point, going up their left leg, thigh, abdomen, and like reaching into their collarbone. It looks extremely painful, and definitely a spell of some sort.
Okay.
It's just Renee.
He's gonna think for a sec, right? With Brandy, he's like, I wouldn't have anything for him right now. I mean, do you know if there's any bit of that you can try to patch up, or?
I can cut away some of the dead flesh. Bandage him, but that's all I can do.
Yeah. I mean, with the burns, I have something that helps, but I would need time. I wouldn't be able to help him right now.
Do you want me to start fixing him up?
Hey, buddy, if it's all right with you, my friend here, they're good at patching people up. I mean, me too, here and there, but I don't have the kind of concoction on me right now that could help with the burns. Are you all right if they try to patch you up?
I don't have any money.
You don't?
No,
You don't
no.
have to pay us.
Yeah, no. I'm not looking for payment.
We just want to understand what happened here, what happened to you, anything you might have seen or remembered from the other day.
They kind of nod a little bit. Okay. It was dark. There was two big things. One destroyed everything. The other cast spells. And then I think there was a third figure, but there was so much blood. And then, after a while, one of the things vanished. And people showed up, dark cloaks to... I don't know if they were magisters, but they were mages, part of the government. They took one of them away.
One of the figures you saw?
Yeah.
Was it the one? Was
The
it the
one
one
that
casting
casts
spells? Okay. The other big thing, did it look like a creature, like a person?
No, not a person. It was... I don't know. It didn't have skin. There was a thing. It was so destructive and rabid.
Did it make noise?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Alright. It's all good. The cloaked people, they took the one casting spells, but the other creature, it just left. Vanished. Just into thin air?
It might have just gone. It didn't vanish. It just left, I think.
Okay.
But it moved quickly, or I don't know. The people didn't seem to notice it.
Okay. Let me see here. I'll think for a sec. I know all this might have happened very fast, right? So, this all already helps quite a bit. If there's any direction you think that creature might have gone in, you think it went further into the city or towards the docks?
I think... Not further into the city. I know that, but other than that, I don't know.
That's all good. And he's... Because one has to in these situations, he's just gonna try to gaze, from their general disposition, how they've been speaking. Does Erlen pick up any inclination that they haven't shared all, or that I haven't fully earned their trust yet?
With that 25 insight, you've gotten the most you can information out of this person. They're if they're lying or kind of hiding the truth or something, it's not out of malicious intent. It's just because they genuinely are they're trying to give you as much as they can, and maybe along the ways they're saying things that didn't happen, but they remember them happening.
They remember it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of the information is truthful as far as you can tell. There might be some parts that are inaccurate just due to them either not seeing, not remembering, or just being so fucked up that...
Yeah. Alright. Let me leave you with some of this. And he's, And if you're alright to just let her try to patch you up, at least, it looks pretty rough, man. But,
Hey, Erland.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your flask?
He'll hand it over. It's empty at the moment.
You drank everything. God, do you have any alcohol on you?
I do. I have the jug. Right now it's set to beer.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, if you want an alcohol. Yeah. I haven't filled the flask yet. I had something in mind for it. Also,
Just
Andy.
what?
Andy.
Code name.
All right.
Right, Baron.
Shh. Don't worry about it. Look, he'll kind of carefully with the jug, try not to spill things everywhere, right? He'll just kind of refill the flask with it. He still has the jug produces 4 gallons of beer when it's set to beer, and at most, Erland has maybe gotten through like half to 1 gallon. Both like in the concept of like him drinking some, him kind of selling the drunkard impression, and also him like quote unquote pissing half of it out.
Oh, I forgot.
We've got a good amount left.
I hand the man the flask as I kneel down. Just drink from that. It's just gonna sting.
There's no point. It's okay.
You sure? You don't want a piece of leather to bite down on or anything?
I mean, I'm just gonna die later anyway. What's the point of living right now?
I could think of a few things, but...
Yeah, you have 2 legs that work.
Yeah, but I'm not that smart, so I might die later too. As Brandy is like very diligently stripping away like necrosis and
Let's not go into detail, but like
yeah.
she's fixing him up. Give me a medicine.
The helpful thing is that at least most of this is pretty dead, so they probably don't feel it too bad.
25.
Hopefully, we're taking precautions.
You're doing your best to take care of this person. You also notice that like they don't got a lot of time left.
I'm effectively buying them a couple more days, maybe a week at best.
Yeah. You also notice that while they're drinking, you could just very easily like kill them without them really noticing. Or like in the most like painless way.
Brandy's gonna think on that for a minute.
Give me a survival check.
Dun dun dun.
You're
good at that.
You two aren't the only people that have thought about, asking bums on the street what they saw, what they heard, and you just called Erland by his name.
One job! You guys... I'm joking.
That's why Varen was annoyed!
Brandy's hardened companion.
So, Brandy is gonna finish the job she's doing and take the flask back and hand it to Varen. Just try to sleep off what you can, okay?
Finish up. We got some more leftovers. He's essentially offering like a day's worth of our 3 days of rations. Bro can eat like a king for tonight, relatively speaking.
They take it very gratefully, and they just kind of like take your hand, Erlen, and take your Brandy's hand, and just kind of like pat them a little bit and just say, "There is kindness still in this world. Thank Andraste for that."
And there's you.
He's like gonna have an aside with Brandy. He's like, yeah, that's about everything he'd know. Our best bet would be looking further into the docks for wherever it would have gone next.
Yeah, but let's wait for this guy to fall asleep, okay?
He'll kind of squint for a second. Why?
He deserves one last mercy.
He'll kind of stiffen for a sec, just like clutching his hands.
He doesn't have much longer.
Fuck.
We can just give him a peaceful death in the middle of his sleep.
If I had more time, I could make a bomb. It would help with the burns. I know I've used it on myself.
Erland, we're just adding more time.
For him to suffer.
that, but I did slip up. Let's wait for him to fall asleep.
What are you planning to do? Like, he's curious. Like, how are you planning to?
Jesus. When did this get so dark?
When I was patching him up, I noticed some issues. Issues that I can exploit to make him just slip peacefully and painlessly.
He like looks at his own hands. He's like, I can't do this.
Then I'll do it.
I know I could, but I can't.
It's not on your hands, Erwin.
He'll step away. He doesn't want to be within eye or earshot of this.
Alec.
Hmm.
Brandy is going to wait very patiently for the man to fall asleep and then just end it.
I do have something if you come up to him while he's still awake.
I did want to offer one thing to him because I keep forgetting I can do this with the feet. While Erland is away, I walk back up and just offer him a cookie.
Go.
You offer him a cookie. They break it in half and hand half to you, and he's just going to say, "Are you here to kill me?"
It would be better than just prolonging your suffering.
I know.
And I honestly,
I don't want to die in my sleep.
how would you like to?
I want you to look me in the eye when you do it.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Right? Could you do me a favor then?
Yes.
Could I have a name? Any name? Just something to remember you by.
A name. Something my old master gave to me. Stellanios.
Stellanios.
Would you tell me a story as I die?
Yeah. Let me tell you. I will tell you the story of the hunt for a cure. A cure for a Mabari named Ash. A race against time and a race against death itself. And Brandy is going to sit next to him and recount the whole story of the trek through the Blighted Lands, the fight with the Darkspawn, the race to get Ash a cure, and the race to make the cure before it was too late.
Crazy. Yeah.
He's just going to kind of like nod along and sometimes like chuckle out like weak laughs whenever you like make a joke in the story or say something like a little bit elevated. And then just very carefully as you're getting to the story's end, you just very slowly kill him. Not like slowly, but like, you know, carefully.
Very slowly.
You jab it.
The heart stopper.
Like, carefully and like peacefully kill them, and they pass away in the street with at least like one or two people knowing who they were.
Sleep well. And hopefully, Andraste will guide you to a better place.
Brandy's going to get up, dust herself off, and walk back towards Erland.
Like wiping something off his face before you like pull up behind him. Hell of a lot of rain out tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you reconvene back. Do you all like reconvene at the abandoned workshop?
Are you home?
By this point,
Note the
probably, yeah.
enthusiasm.
Okay.
We can look at the docks at another time. Just we've got what we needed for now.
Oh, if you want to go to the docks, that's fine. We have like 30 minutes still, so.
Oh, I thought that was where we were gonna close.
Oh, if you want to.
I think that's all. I think that's all Erling could do tonight.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
like,
don't think
"Look."
Erland wants to do more.
Fair enough. Yeah, you all head back to the abandoned workshop. Brandy and Erland kind of like walking through in the pitch black darkness under the rain, and walk through to meet the rest of their friends in a kind of warm and like closed off like little place. Indra and Asan having brought some fruit from like the local vendors. Indra is just kind of like passing out a thing. He's just like, they said it's called fucking baklava or whatever. It's I don't know. He's just like is giving some out. Some like, you know, like cultural beer drinks. And the group has like a warm meal inside. That's where we'll end the session.